Oh. 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 Hello everyone. It's your boy. It's your boy Emo here, 69 here. Really insecure right now. This is the first time I've actually made a video where I have my entire face taking up the entire screen. Well, actually, no, not my first. I've done that before. But yeah, it's Emo Hair 69 here, and I am covering my mouth because I'm insecure about my chin, like Leafy. And yeah, maybe we shouldn't have my face take up the entire screen. Maybe we shouldn't. We definitely shouldn't. Okay, that is much, much better. Wouldn't you guys agree? I think I agree. So what is up, guys? It's Out of Order. Y'all know who I am, my boy. It's your boy, it's Emo Hair 69 here, aka Cringe God, aka kid that made that typography video that kinda sucked, but you know. You didn't click on this video to hear me rant about stuff. No, you came for this. You clicked on this video for knowledge, and I don't want to waste your time, so let's jump right into this. And yeah. So, you clicked on this video for typography, not really a tutorial, but behind the scenes. So, I'm going to show you how the hell I made that. So, yeah, I apologize. I'm not sure if you guys want me to have my face in it. I thought it would be more cinematic if I had my face in it, if that makes any sense. But, yeah. So, yeah. I'm just a normal dude. I'm just some random kid, you know. I just made this video because I was like, I like this song. I'm gonna make a video for it. And yeah, that's basically what inspired me to make this video. I'm just a dumb kid. I just play CSGO all day and look at memes, and somehow this video just blew up, and I'm proud for that. Thank you guys so much for that. So enough talking, enough of me just blabbering about useless stuff. Let me show you how I did it. So this is After Effects. If you never heard of it, it's a great program. I love it. I use it a lot. We got some stuff here. So how I did it was I usually have my thing set to this. So you probably can't tell anything. You probably can't see anything. What the hell is going on, you might be asking. But if I drag it out like this, you guys can kind of see. So I use this screen for my preview, and then on the other screen I use all my settings because I have dual monitors. So that's how I work. But you know, because I can't really record dual monitors for YouTube, we're just gonna be using one. Okay, so if we just give this a quick little preview, we can kind of see what the hell we're doing. Sorry if I swear a lot. I don't really know. So yeah, that's basically this part right here. The beginning part was simple. I just added an audio spectrum. Where is it? I think, is this it? Yeah, this is it. So the audio spectrum goes throughout the entire video. As you guys can see, the audio spectrum takes up the entire video. And so if we go to the effect controls, we have a bunch of settings over here. I just selected the music layer, and then I keyframed this part right here. And so what you might have noticed this. I'm not sure if you noticed this, but right here, as soon as the beat drops, the bass hit, as soon as the bass drops, you know, as soon as that fire comes in, the audio spectrum turns into rainbow. It's kind of I'm pretty sure you noticed it, but I keyframed it here. I made it change to the color red, and then I changed that color red to a hue spectrum right here. You guys can see. And sorry, I apologize. Someone is messaging me. Let me just mute my thing. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's how I made this right here. It just changes colors, and this is the fun part right here. You know, it just does a ton of animations, and another thing I like about this is the color correction. This layer right here, it's only one effect, and that is Magic Bullet Looks. If you don't have that plugin, you should get it. It's amazing. So I just added some diffusion, which just adds that like little glow right there, and then I added some like lens flares and shiza, so it does that like sick little part right here. And that's basically all of this right here. So without the Magic Bullet Looks, it looks like garbage. See, without it, it looks terrible, and I would not recommend using it. And this next part right here, the S shake, what it does is it shakes it up. See, I'll show you what it looks. This is what it looks like without it, guys. without the S shake and without the color correction. Oh, even the beginning looks different without the color correction. See, it's like more blue. But yeah, this is what it looks like without S shake and without color correction. So it still looks decent, but it looks nowhere near as good with S shake and the color correction. Of course, makes it look really good. And the camera right here, this is probably the most interesting part. If we turn off the camera right here, if I uncheck the camera, you'll see what the thing looks like. Oh, sorry, After Effects is lagging. So yeah, that's that right there. The camera basically does all the panning and movement. So if we enable the camera, it looks a million times better. And so I have like almost 100 layers, and each individual word is its own layer. As if you can see look. Good, you look so. See, every single one has its own layer. The reason I did that is because I just think it's easier to work with. It's hard to explain. So that's how I did that right there. That's how I added the thing. So you know, the thing doesn't pop up until it crosses it. See, so that's how I get the text to come in. What else do we have here? What is this right here? Oh, this is the background, okay? Without the background, the lens flares don't affect the text, so you need a background in there. The background is legit just a black solid. And this background right here is also a black solid, but I added a gradient ramp to it. Just to kind of, you know, give it a little bit of like a spice. I was originally going to go like this. I was originally going to go with this color, but then like later on after messing around with it, I was like, nah, this looks better. So that's how I did that. What else is there? There's tons of effects that are cool. Right here. This part's interesting right here. This right here. You see this right here? That's that picture of the ecstasy. But I don't have it saved on my hard drive anymore. I deleted it. I don't know why I deleted it, but I did. So yeah, that's where that would have went, but you know, I'm missing that file. So that's that. Same with this too, the champagne and the ice. They're also gone too. Poor champagne and ice. What else is there? Right here, this part's interesting. So it does that 3D stuff right here, where it does this, and you'll notice that there is this weird thing right here. What is this? This thing's separated from the others, you may ask. Well, so when it goes here, this thing right here is the blur. So when it goes here, the background is blurred out. Without it, it looks like this. So yeah, it does not look good at all. It looks really terrible. So I added that blur just to add a little bit of depth. I can't speak right now. A little bit of depth right there. And then this right here is the, you know, good. Without it, you know, it looks like that. So yeah, that's that right here. And then it appears later in the video too, right here too. See, same thing, you know. So yeah, the champagne and ice are gone off my hard drive, nowhere to be found. And there's another audio. No, wait, where's the second audio spectrum? I can't find it. It should be a black solid. Right here. This is the second audio spectrum. This one right here is kind of the same. It's just the color blue, but with a, you know, a little rainbow effect. And I also added glow, not S glow, just regular glow. I do have sapphire glow installed, but I like just regular glow. So yeah, we got a glow here just to, you know, tiny little bit of like a spice, you know, just to make it look slightly more appealing. And right here is really interesting. So we'll get to the camera movement later, because the camera movement is just completely, you know, it's insane. And then right here, this right here is the little what's it called, widescreen border, just to make it more cinematic, you know. And so that's I pretty much explained all of the stuff except for one thing, And that is how did I do that camera movement. How did I go from word to word, you may ask? Well, that part took the longest, okay? It took a long time. I'm gonna show you how I did it. So, you know it is the camera. You know that's what it's called. It's called the camera. So, if we disable the camera, we're just stuck with this, you know? Doesn't look too good. So, yeah. But with the camera, it looks amazing. So, you're probably wondering, how did I control the camera? Because we don't have any keyframes for the camera. Well, you see right here, the camera is parented to a null object. Now, this null object is like a camera controller. Think of the null object as like a path for it. So the camera is connected to this object. Now, if we zoom out, we can see that this null object has an entire long path right here. You guys can see that. This null object has a really, really strange looking path, you know. It's really, you know, confusing. So, you're probably asking, well, what do you do with this null object? Now, you see all these keyframes right here. These all keyframes are all set to individual points throughout the map. So, it's kind of like, it's hard to explain, but basically I created a keyframe for each individual coordinate of the video. So the composition right here, this is the composition, this entire area. I created like a coordinate plane for the what's it called, the keyframes. So it looks confusing, and it kind of is confusing, but once you get the hang of it, you know, it's easy to understand once you get a hang of it. But yeah, so I had to create these each individual. This part right here probably took a couple days, maybe like 20 hours in total, but I think it came out great. So let me show you what it is. So it's basically kind of like a command. Think of it like as like a stop sign. No, not a stop sign. Think of it like a traffic light. This keyframe tells the camera what to do. This keyframe tells the camera when to stop and when to go and where to go. So it's basically kind of like, it's like a conductor. I don't even know. Think of it like as a teacher. It tells the person what to do. It bosses them around basically. So if we follow this right here, you can see that the null object has its own path right here. Now it doesn't really look really too good, except once we get to here. So look at this area right here. Look at these blue things. When I scroll throughout them, they all change. See them? They change a lot. They change throughout the entire thing. So notice how the scale is at 74, but when the bass drops, the scale decreases, which causes it to get bigger, right there. And then you'll notice that this thing is the same here. You see, this thing is 19, and this thing is also 19. So you're probably asking, why do I have two of that? Well, it's basically like a pause. So it goes from scale 19 and stays at scale 19. So if I let me find a good example. Or no, it'll be a better example with this. So look at the position. The position is set to a specific number here, but over here it is also set to a specific number. And right here it changes. So basically, notice how the numbers don't change. Basically, that's like a pause. Nothing's happening. It stays at the same position, and then it moves. So if I delete this keyframe right here, you'll notice that as soon as it goes there, it starts traveling throughout there, and that does not look good. See? See, that doesn't look that good. But when the thing is set to pause, it stays here, and then it travels there. That make any sense? So I did that throughout the entire map, the entire thing. And what's this one? So Y rotation, that's the interesting part. That's how I did that. Let me find it. Right here. This is how I did this. So it starts off normal, set to 0, and then it changes to like 80 degrees, and then it goes here, and then it changes back to normal, pans throughout there, and then it just goes on forever. It doesn't go on forever. Then it just continues as it normally would. So that's basically the camera movement. What else do we have? We have this part right here. This part's really cool. See, notice how there aren't any keyframes throughout here. That's because it's just a straight it's just a single pan. So numbers change throughout this entire area, there's no pausing or stopping or anything right here until it gets to here. Once it gets to here, then it starts to slow down. And then this right here, this layer right here, the black solid right there, that's just a fade in and out. So if I disable that, it doesn't fade out, but when I enable that, it just fades out. Basically how I did it was the opacity is set to 0%. Oh crap. And then it changes to 100%. It's basically just a fade out right there. And then the text right here, nothing special about the text. Nothing cool at all. Just some text right there that I added. And that is that. That is how I animated it. That's how I made it. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a different video. I thought I would make it. Sorry if that was really boring. I didn't mean to bore you guys, but that's basically that. So yeah, that's how I made it. It's really cool. What else should I show you? Oh, I left out something really important right here. Where is it? Where is it? Right here, right here. This right here. This part's interesting. I think it is. What is it? Which one is that? Where? Come on. This is it. Okay. So this one, this part right here, how it does that slide across the screen. See, none of these right here, none of these have any keyframes at all. None of the text have any keyframes. See, 0 keyframes, except for this one. This one has keyframes. It has a position keyframe, so it's basically like the camera movement, except it's not a camera, it's text. So it starts off at this coordinate, travels to that coordinate, and that's basically that. And then, yeah, that's how I did that. So I think that covers just about everything. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you thought it was cringy, oh crap, sorry, that was kind of cringy. If you thought it was cringy, give it a dislike. And if you loved it, then subscribe. Sorry, I'm really cringy. I'm just a dumb kid that makes videos. Oh god. Yeah, that's that.